burden in your shoulders, don't have that kind of mind in your head, because it will give you stress, and you will think that, okay, maybe innovations just for students, just for postgraduate students that take, for example, engineering, that have machines, technologies for medics, cure cancer, everything. No, when we're talking about innovations, it's something that it can be service, it can be process, it can be product. Okay, and when I'm talking about designers, people think that either design thinking, is it only for designers? No, it exactly is a tool for any professional sectors and any context. Okay, so don't have in your mind that when we're talking about design thinking, innovation is something that you need to design heavily, something that have output, need to have a very tangible. For example, you need to design aerodynamic pen, aerodynamic car, for examples. If you are doing social science, yes, you can be innovative also in terms of process. Okay, I give you 1 minute. Okay, in your whole life, if you, I believe you will came across any kind of products, you have become a users, consumers. What is the best ever innovations that design it for you? Not specifically design, means that you use that. Okay, this is the best innovation that I think that they design specifically for you, for me. What are the best in 1 minute that you believe? I want to see either the thing that you ever experienced. Okay, this is the best things that I ever used. This is the best ever. This is something that I wait for. Okay, so I want to see either the innovations that you think the best have been designed is something that very difficult to do, very difficult to develop, very difficult to propose. Okay, what's something that you need to keep in your mind? For example, the best ever innovation design for me for now is a cloud sharing. Okay, because I have a problem. I frequently left my laptop in my office, but suddenly my boss asking, Rafi, can you send me the folder, the file that I to me, because I want to see. Oh, I forgot the laptop is in my house, so you need to go back and then open the laptop. But now in cloud sharing, for example, Google Drive, okay, you just can access through your phone, and that is what we call as innovation, something that designs, you never think that, oh, okay, we need this, and it doable. It's just a simple kind of solutions. So keep it in your mind, innovation can come from various way. Okay, one of the simple example that I never been thinking before, I think you have a session with Prof. Zali before this. Okay, one of the things that he's keep asking, because people getting old, okay, and normally in Malaysia, a common type of house that people buy is a two-story house. Okay, during their times, 40s, 30s, 50s, it's easier for you to climb from first floor to second floor. But if you keep getting older and older, you want to take a baby step, it's very hard. If you have health condition, it will become worse. Okay, so one of the innovation that they do, they propose, is you do, we call as a railing for people to go step, and the railing is specially designed for, we call as a people that have special needs. So don't worry about when people, what are the innovation that you can do. Don't stress your minds, don't pressure your minds, don't go to the end of your room and then keep crying for 2 or 3 days. I don't have anything, my research is very common research, there's nothing that I can innovate, invent it from it. No, you can innovate, you can invent something that you never realize. Okay, people start to apply design thinking. What are the benefit? Because just like you say, not everyone can become innovators instantly. Okay, innovation is something that very hard to come. But design thinking is something that if you are keep practicing, implement it every day, normally, whatever you do, you try to apply design thinking. It either can reduce your cost, and of of course, the risk. And you are keep practicing your mind. If it become innovation, it's a bonus. If not, it still benefit you. You not lose anything if you are applying a design thinking. Another thing of benefit of design thinking as you as a students, it's for collaborative reasons. Okay, uh, I will share you what are the process, what are the principles of you to practice design thinking, and one of the benefit it's have a collaborative effects because you will have one process, one stage to have a feedback, a different perspective, and this kind of practice will create a new ideas, a creative new ideas, something that you never thought of. For example, when I'm talking about user focus, that you try to get a solutions, whatever people need. So you don't have one worry about either my product people will use it, either it benefit to to the people. So it's something that you don't have a you don't have forcefully to we call it as artificially made the claim because you will have this stage of testing. For example, you have the idea, the solutions, and then you ask the user, is it this thing you want? Oh, this is good, but I want this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So you keep revising, revising, and revising. And of course, design thinking is a very adaptable. This is a methodology that you can use anywhere, at any stage, at any kind of field. So it can be product, it can be finance, it can be as simple as a customer service. I want to share you the principle of design thinking. And if you can see, one of the first thing is, of course, is need to be human rule. Okay, it need to be human centric, just like our previous sharing. It need to have a user centered. But the second one is something that very challenging for an adult because designer have to think outside the box, give up the need to control the problem altogether. So don't worry if you are venture in an area that many people do it, but this is the thinking that you redesign back. Maybe there's something that previous people looking at solve this kind of problem, but still not solve this kind of problem. So I want to redesign it back. And of course, the last one is tangibility. This is basically that when I'm talking about prototyping, is something that tangible. You need to produce this one, okay, some kind of in the shape. It's something that you are experimenting it. Okay, you discuss, you say that okay, is it okay? Is it logic? Is it nice? Is it okay? Is it can be used? Uh, do you want to use it? So this is what we call as feedback sessions. You keep doing it until you get the best we call as the solutions, the proposal, the idea that really suit the user need in terms of design, in terms of practicality, in terms of price, for example. So this is something that you can need to have in terms of design thinking. If you want to become a design thinker, these four principles, rules is something that you need to have. You have the process of design thinking. The first thing you need to do is empathy. This is something that I think the best suit for the environment, student, big environment, study. Because we, for example, if you're aware, our slogan is one of that is sensitive. We start to sensitive, we care about human needs, human beings. You design everything, you propose everything, any kind of development you want to do, you care about either people, environment, or economic. So the most things is we care is about people. Just like you mentioned about the pin, you empathy with that. After that, you redefine back either whatever people needs, whatever people's want is something that you can define back and then start to differentiate. This is the way a way it different from a conventional way of you solving things. When you practice design thinking, the third stage is you're not doing brainstorming to solve the problem itself, specifically using current methods or possible methods. Is you are focusing on any kind of solutions that maybe can solve that problem. But idea because either you realize it or not, it will indirectly will spark another concept, another solutions. The fourth and the fifth process is something that you need to do. You need to make sure that you have a feedback, because when you do, when I'm talking about prototype, it's not, just like I said, it's not as tangible, much tangible things. It's something that if I do this is it clear for you? Is it okay for you? Is it something that it's make your life easier? If not, and then you refine back and refine, because just like I said, it's a repetitive process. And then you start to testing. This is the last process where you start testing it. Okay, how to switch your mind? The first thing is you need to collaborate. That is the first thing. Whenever possible, please find any solution that you stuck with a different background. You need to cherish idea, collective intelligence. Of course, it will generate your innovative ideas. Second one is you need to sustain an empathetic attitude. Okay, always your keep shoes of the people you're designing for. Put yourself in their shoes. Okay. The fourth one, trust. Okay, stay positive. Okay, because when you start to have a design thinking, it's a room for everyone, anyone, any situations. Okay, so because if you're experimenting, you actually complete a process of you design, and of course you start to innovate. Because if you don't test anything, if you don't experimenting with your ideas, you don't take the actions, you not innovate things, you don't do any kind of innovation. Nintendo is previously originally just a playing cards, a physical playing cards. Okay, for people to play and play. And now, because of digitals, because of the home entertainments, they keep changing. They do Nintendo Go, Switch, everything. So they keep innovate new things because they respond to whatever people needs. Because what if you too comfort, you will become like Nokia, you become like Polaroid. Okay, if you want to be a good innovations, be resilient, keep changing, keep following whatever people needs. If you have one solution, and then whatever solutions you propose, there will be a new challenge, new things that people needs. Okay, during my time, I thought there's no way I want more than whatever uh, we have now in terms of smartphone. I think everything's there. But now, keep innovate things in terms of sounds, in terms of camera, in terms of how you do the pictures, the filters, editing process, everything's. So in my mind, okay, people keep asking more and more. So don't worry about innovations. Don't worry if your research either cannot invent something or not. It will be either you realize it. So keep practicing this design thinking, making it as a culture, making it as a habit, and I think you will have a very bright in terms of steps, one step closer to innovate something. But improvements is innovation, because when you improve, I'm not saying that you improve from 1 point to 1 point. Simple improvements is innovations. Is you solve a certain problems. If you just upgrading things, for example, I upgrade my phone just from iPhone 12 until iPhone 13, just because of I want to upgrade it. It's not an innovations. But if you upgrade things, a phone, to solve a certain problems, that one is innovation. You see, the problem that you have in your field as architecture, also the same thing that I also face when I'm trying to uh, give lectures to my students. For example, they need to design a new layout area for a new townships. You can do any creative way that you want to do, but suddenly when they propose anything that are very, we call as a very ambitious, very creative, but suddenly you give them, is it follow the guideline? Is it uh, profitable? Is it give a good return of investment? And then you fix the terms of creativities, and then you go back to follow things. I'm not saying that guidelines is bad. Guidelines is a minimum standard. Guidelines is something that you cannot do below than that. You need to either meet it or you can offer more, for example. Because, for example, my students said, okay, I want to do this one, green space, and green space. Why you want to do green space? Because the guideline says it's 10%. So I just design 10%. Why don't design more? Because you said that now people want to have a good green space area in their neighborhood. Because the guideline says 10%. So you fix with that. And then the problem is we as a big environments, sorry to say, most of us thinking that we know the best. We think that's okay, this is the best solution that we understand. Either you like it or not, they have two stages that you can apply. Follow your clients or persuade your clients in a very good way. Because they will have a stage that your client maybe say that, okay, I need this one, and firm with this one. But just like I said, visual proposal will definitely change everything. Okay, for example, I want this one, but you propose something. Okay, this is what you think about a mix about a hybrid or fusion about modern and traditionals. But actually, that one is modern, for example. You just only tweak a little bit in terms of traditional things. You mentioned, okay, this is traditional looks. I put a traditional colors, not a design, just a traditional colors, traditional settings, traditional schemes. And when people say that, oh, this is interesting, but I think I need just to tweak this one, and this one. So this is where you can maybe uh, play. We you can consult that. Maybe they don't know what exactly is a modern and traditional.
Uh-huh.
They just
In-
assume they know. Okay, but
Uh-huh.
we can use as a visual because you are architectures very good in terms of design. Make it visual. You can propose them that, oh, okay, this is interesting. And just like I said, you keep repeating, repeating, and repeating. Believe me, they will accept it and they will think this is the best that I can get. My advice is you keep dreaming, you keep wish you can do this and that. Believe me, I can assure you it's all in your mind. Okay? The first thing is start to sketch it. Make it visually. Either it by simple sketching, simple coloring, although either you good in terms of drawing or not, I am not good in terms of drawing, but whatever you have, idea, start to have a visual first. Okay? And then if you have a visual and you will start to have people were asking, what is this? No, no, this one. I cannot see this one as whatever you're saying. No, this one is this one, and then this one, and then this one. So you keep refining your ideas, your dream, your everything's visually. You refine until you get. And when you share with people, people say, "Oh, this is interesting. This is good," and you keep motivate, and you will eventually start to take actions, and then you implement whatever idea or dream you have.